Good morning, folks. Welcome back. So today I think we're going to do another sort of more story piece. I want a greater archon interacting with a chosen, probably child. And we're going to be doing the environment in Blender 4.4, but the character in 4.3 because the rigging stuff still isn't right in 4.4. So that is, and I think we're going to go ahead and start with the character so it can be going on in the background while we're working on the environment. Going to delete the cube and import the sculpt model that I made. And yep, I can speak on my iPad. We want the yellow one. Here we go. Import. So I sculpted this on my iPad last night or yesterday afternoon using a combination of a couple of base meshes and then quite a bit of sculpting on top to get the other stuff. But I've kind of been enjoying just taking two random base meshes, slamming them together, and seeing what we can do with it. And that's what I did here with this guy. And then painting and all that other stuff, you know. Shaders, me. Morning, Patrick. Nomad sculpt. Now let's close this down. And then shading. We don't need the metal one. And it's color instead of call since the later versions. And dot. That's what they look like. And that's what their roughness map looks like. And I'm pretty okay with that. I think I like him. Save. Let's give him, he's going to be 2504013 yellow Raider Archon. Since we started him yesterday, we'll leave him with yesterday's date. Okay, and I'm going to, he's tiny. Is he really that small? Wow. Okay, he came out really small. Interesting. Well, that's fine. S100. I didn't realize I was working on him in centimeters or millimeters instead of meters. Let's make him, he's going to be kind of bruisery, so let's go with 2 meters, particularly since those go higher than the things. Okay, Control A, all transforms. Oh, now he's bigger. Now he's 4. Okay. S5. Doesn't even matter. I'm going to get him to about 20. Because that's a good height I found for baking stuff. It just gives me enough room that it usually works right. Okay. And let's just take a look at him again. Yeah, he's looking all right. Cool. So duplicate him. Turn off the original. Add a modifier. Generate decimate. 3.7 million. So we want him like 0.15. Let's see if that'll get us down. He's not going to have clothes, so as long as he's under 600K, it's really all that matters. But the more we can have, the more detail it'll have. So, and polys are cheap these days, so I don't worry too much about decimating them down too small. Baking's great and all, but it's still not as good as having the original details. And that's thinking. So I'll get over here. This is where our environment's going to be. And I think we're going to start with a circle. 100. We'll go with the big one again. Rotation scale, tab it, fill it, quad remesh it to 250, and remesh. Delete the original, and file, save as. Where am I? Here we go. Up, new, 2504021 live stream. We're going to call it encounter. And There's this guy back again. 565. Perfect. Apply. Okay, so got that. And I think we want it to be mostly deserty, but again, we want some mountains because they're just cool looking. So let's Shift A, curve Bezier, X, vertices, and then draw. And let's do a kind of a thing like that. W, subdivide. Let's do it. 2 or even 3. Let's go 3. So that we can grab some individual faces. Turn on proportional, turn on random. Great. Come back to our character again. Cool. So character has been remeshed with the right size. Tab. U, unwrap, Smart UV project. Unwrap. Okay. Now this guy needs a new material for this one. And we're just going to call it yellow gray or on. So YGA. It's fun to stay at the YGA. I am the laziest when it comes to naming materials. I'm so bad about it. Shift A, search, image texture. Now let's just give us a bit more room. And we need 3. So Shift D and D. New, YGA diffuse, and we're going to go with a 4096, so 4K. Texture. And into the base. And then new, YGA roughness. Fortunately, it keeps the 4096 into roughness, and then new YGA normal. Turn it to non-color. Stick it into the normal map, and we actually need to add in a normal map. There. Okay, so that gives us the 3 textures we're going to need to bake. So come back over to our dude, turn back on our old one, select it, make sure it's orange and our selected one is active, and come over here to bake. And we're going to bake diffuse. Turn off the direct and indirect lights, just of the color. Selective to active. I like to give a 2 centimeter extrusion just in case when we did the decimation, something got flattened down and it doesn't work anymore. That seems to work well at the 20 meter scale. And then bake. Hey, Yix. Night, man. 7:38 a.m., man. I'm just getting started. I turned off my water for the whole work day in another 20 minutes. When they turned it back on yesterday, they didn't turn on my hot water, so I haven't had hot water since yesterday morning at like 7:30. Good day. Save. Yellow Greater Archon diffuse. No need for the alpha. Save image. Cool. Roughness. Just make sure that that's the selected one. And roughness. And bake. Same settings. That's the trickiest thing to remember is you just got to have the image selected that you want to bake to. It's easy to forget. At least I find it. And it's thinking. It doesn't take too long, though. There we go. Save. Also don't need alpha. And then normal. Which probably won't be that different from the other one. It'll probably look mostly just like a straight purple. Let's see. This guy has enough bumps. There might be some differences. Gotta sneeze. 1 second. Excuse me. Pardon me. Yeah, there are some this time. The more bumps there are, the more you see it. Save. Normal RGB. Great. Layout. Now we're going to take this one, and move it to bridge, just in case we ever need it again. Take this bad boy, and we're going to scale him down height-wise until he is, I think, just over 7 meters. Cool. Turn off our original. Take a look at him. How's he looking? Yeah, it looks like it baked pretty well. I don't see any weirdnesses. Looks good. Yay! Always love it when that happens. Now, actually want to grab... Did I not? Did I close my... Oh, I did too. Cool. Well, I'm going to open up my people again so I can copy some stuff. Chosen people. Okay, well, that's coming up. This thing. So let's go to our ground. Add. Yeah, there's chosen people, I know. That one. Add terrain. Draw terrain. We'll leave our base sub on this first time. Select our curve. Grab our curve. Bring it up. Like that far. Cool. And then we're going to spread to like 30. Yeah, 30 looks pretty good. And top plateau of 1. Just to smooth it down at the top just a little bit. That looks pretty good. Okay. And is the other one still coming? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's do another one. I'm going to... How do we want to do this time? Let's do it this way. Shift A, curve, Bezier, tab, X, vertices, and then we're going to draw. Start high, go low, high, spike it up and down and like that. And then we're going to W, subdivide it, but only one, I think. And then we're going to go to smooth, connected only. I'm just going to pull this way since we did the vertical one. Okay, cool. Come here, add a modifier, add another draw terrain. Make sure there's a second one, yes. Subdiv 0, select our curve. Gives us that. Again, like 30. That's just fun. I like that. I think we'll do one more, but let's see if we can't. Where's my other blender? There it is. People. I'm grabbing all of my people. Yeah. Select hierarchy. Got him. Copy objects. Come back over to this guy. Paste objects. Yeah, they're about the right height. Cool. Him. Shading. We've got to grab these other nodes that we just reuse all the time. Copy. And then paste. Goes into that. This goes into that. This goes into that, right? Yeah. Cool. So now we can get rid of the other guy. Come back to our main. Cool. And really, we just added a little bit of micro noise. You can see it now. This is before, after. Just added some micro noise to the skin texture. And back to here. And subsurface. We're going to go with random walk skin. Weight of 1. That's way too biggest scale, so 0.015. Which will actually, you probably will see it now in this guy's tentacle things because they're small enough. They're kind of cool. All right. There is that material. There is our dude. We like him. File, export, OBJ. Selected only. Yellow Greater Archon. Trying to do both these things at once so no one has to sit around waiting for it to do something while I, sing the theme to Jeopardy or something. But okay. Choose a file. Yellow Greater Archon. Yeah, it's dense and it's got some weird geometry, so it might take it a while, but that's fine. For symmetry, rigged body. This usually doesn't take long. That's the next step. Yeah, even this is taking a bit, though. It's got all these things it's got to pay attention to. It's going to be a nightmare. It's fine. All right, so back to here. Do one more, or is that going to be enough for us? That might honestly be enough. Which means we're doing one more. Shift A, curve, Bezier, tab, X, vertices. And we're going to go to draw, and we're going to even go to on surface this time. We're going to draw around like that with an error of 0.1, which gives us a whole shit ton of things. Great. And then that. Let's go to random again and just select a couple. Cool. Good deal. Tab. Back to here. Add modifier, terrain, draw terrain. Make sure also base sub is not added up at this time. And select our Bezier curve. Whoo dog. Interesting. Let's bring it down. It's kind of cool, but I think all these control points are making it take a little longer too. Ooh, yeah. I like it. We're just going to use it. Cool. We're going to smooth, peak smooth everything. I might even remesh it. I think I will. Cool. Apply all. How's this dude doing? Okay, here we go. Wrist to wrist. This is bicep, so it's like right there. Shoulders there. The knees are actually pretty close. It's not bad, actually. On the side, the head's going to go here. That's going to go there. Back to the front. Okay. Let's make sure they didn't like go on this. They didn't. Good. Cool. And he's got 5 fingers. Rig hands. 5. Next. Come back around to this guy. Cool. So we can delete these 3 curves. And 143,000 faces. Let's cut that down to 35,000. remesh it. $75. There we go. Remesh completed. 38. Perfect. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's save. The hands come around? Yes, they did. It even looked like it did a pretty good job. I don't really have a lot to adjust on my hands. I'll pull this in a little bit, that out a little bit, that. I mean, these hands are kind of not exactly high poly anyway. Finalize character. Cool. All right. This bad boy. Add a modifier. Terrain. Terrainer base. And it's very strong. Kind of strength down to like 8. We've already added a lot of vertical stuff, so we don't really need to double do it. We just want the micro detail. And you're thinking. Come on. You're thinking. We're both thinking. Everybody's thinking. We have arrived at the thinking portion of the stream. There we go. That's way better. We still got some funky, weird things happening here. But either we're not going to care or we can tweak it a little bit. Let's cut our mesh resolution down to 3, see if that helps us. And then our edge crease to 0. Let's see if that does it. Not really. Doesn't really fix that much. Edge crease of 0.3. Okay. Yeah, we're good. And let's go back to 4. I did kind of notice a difference, I think. I could be lying to myself, but just thinking. Thinking, but almost done. Okay, thinking and done. Yep. Oh, why is it on auto? Apply all. I gotta figure out how it does that snap to view because I hate it and I don't want it. File, save. Right. Under history. There's nothing weird. Yeah, I didn't click anything. Why are you doing that? I hate you sometimes. File, open recent. Let's see if we can just reopen it. Don't save. Because we did save, right? Right. Nothing is working, Blender. I hate you. What are you doing? All right, we're exiting Blender. Quit. Don't save. He finishes anyway. Okay, cool. He looks like he did pretty well. Let's see how he walks. Nice. Yeah, looks like it didn't mess with his tentacles too much. I wasn't sure. What do you call those? Tendrils? Tentacles? I don't know. Pseudopods? Feelers? Stuff? Let's export him. Rigged. Great. Okay. Kill this. No, we're not going to save. Let's see if we can open Encounter again and have it actually work. That would be nice. This thing. Okay, at least that one's still working. New collection, unrigged. 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 Okay. Just hide it. Import FBX. Yellow Greater Archon rigged. There they are. Okay. Alt S. Let's give it back its real material. Great. F4. Import FBX. I think probably Mutant Idol is going to give us the closest base that we want. From the Mixamo ones. So we'll bring that one in. And then we're going to use Rococo. And retarget. Source is going to be that Armature 1, which is the mutant. Target's going to be this guy. Build the bone list. Retarget the animation. Yeah, that's pretty close. The hands are a little wonked, but we kind of expected that. Delete the hierarchy. Now, I think we're close enough. We're not even going to try to play through it. We're just going to delete the animation, clear it, and then we'll edit it. Pose mode. Shift hide. Get rid of the ones that we're not using. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that character creator or this auto rig pro creates more bones than Mixamo uses. So it just has bones that sort of do nothing after we've copied it across, and they just get in our way. So by doing that, we just get rid of them, and then I don't have to face them anymore. Local. Okay, this thing here. We're just going to go forward. Great. And him, I think we're also going to go just forward. And this one, maybe we'll rotate slightly that way. And then out slightly. And I think we need to take this and go a little further now. Yeah. It's not touching. This one's still touching, or his thumb is. Is it? Well, we're going to take his hand, and we're just going to bring it out. And maybe that. Okay. It doesn't look like anything's touching anymore. Nope, we're good. Cool. I think that's kind of the pose we want. Let's just double check him. See what it looks like. Looking good. This thing. Okay, we're back. We're working. It's good. All right, fine. I don't know what the hell happened, but sculpt mode. I just want to come in here and see if we can't Get rid of that weird thing. It's just weird. I still hate it. Okay. Flatten. Where's my flatten? No. Flatten it down. Get out of my way. I think we got just some stuff flipping through. All right. Scrape. Can I scrape it? Will that one? Yes, okay, I can scrape it. Good. That's what we'll use. Get rid of that weird. That's better. Cool. And save. Take a look. I think we're going to go back to using our sand one again from yesterday too. And I might just copy it across because I kind of liked it. I made some modifiers to it already. Append. So that was Oasis. Yeah. Because I changed all the sand and stuff on this one. Material. Red desert rock. Yes. Append. This bad boy here. Tab. U. Smart UV project. Unwrap it. And then red desert rock. And it's going to think for a second. And there we go. And that's pretty much exactly what we wanted. We wanted that sand kind of coming up there. I like these little pit holes too. Actually, they're kind of fun. That's sweet. That's basically what we wanted. 32 minutes in. We're doing great. What are we going to do for the rest of this one? We'll find something. If nothing else, we'll re-rig the other character. So we got our guy. You save him. And leave it pose mode, object mode. Select hierarchy. Copy objects. And paste him. New collection of pipples. And G. And over here. Okay, and we want to show how big he is. Which means we need to have him talking to somebody or interacting with a human being. We could put them on a platform. We could put them on a rock. We could put them on a combination of those two things. Either one of that would work. Maybe the combination's our best bet to go this time. Let's try. Let's start with the rock. Seth. Objects, right? Or was it ground? Ground. Rocks, yes. Desert. These are the big ones, right? Columns. Let's just see what we got. Canyon. I think desert we're going to go with. I'm going to go with this one. How big is this guy? He should be... Why is he so small? Oh, because he's crouched over now. Cool. Let's bring that down. That's actually really neat. We're definitely going to need to mess with the texture on it, though, I think. Which is fine. I like that. We'll take it down a little more even. So it's kind of... So he's looking... that he can be height-wise looking at that. Cool. Save. I'm just going to move this off. Get out of the way. All right. Take a look. See how badly these rocks don't match. They don't match. I mean, they're not awful, but let's see what happens. I wonder, Can I just do red desert rock and see what it'll do? It's actually not awful. Kind of goes to the same vibe. Scales off. UV editing AS5. Let's see what that looks like. Scale is still off. U unwrap. Smart UV, but just unwrap it again, see what happens. I don't know, I'm not loving it. I don't know why it's coming in darker too, which I'm also not loving. What do we want to do? Could always just go back. To resize. No. I go back further. Paste objects, image collection, paste object, clear rotation. Move, move. There. That's the default one, right? I don't hate it. We might play with it tomorrow. I think I like it better than the other one. Good morning, Unquiet. Kind of liking that a little bit, but not a lot. We'll see. I'm going to use it to start with, if nothing else. And I want to come to my photographer and just change my exposure up to 8. So everything is super bright. Let's see what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Let's grab a kid. Everyone likes a kid, right? See, so that guy is yellow cast, right? Yes. I don't think I have a yellow cast kid. No, just the one dude. Got an orange cast kid, a green, and a blue. That's not that one. It's, where's the blue? This one, the teenager. Gotta sneeze. Excuse me again. All right. Let's take the short kid. I kind of like the short kid. Put him right there. Clearly we need to rotate him. Can I edit? I think I was having trouble with posing stuff in 4.0 because 4.4 has just been a pain in my ass. No, I can. Good. That's working at least. Turn that up like that. There we go. That's better. And we got to bring him down still, whole thing. Mode, object mode. Come on, Seth. There we go. So we like him up there like that. I think we do, actually. Now, I am tired, I have to admit, of dealing with seven-sided faces for platforms. It's just been a pain in my ass. So I'm going to try to avoid it this time. Shift A, mesh, plane. That's a 2 meter square. That's not bad. Tab 2 E E. Right. Yep. E. E. Yeah, let's just leave one off. Go away. E. E. And there. There. How do we feel about that as a starting point? Let's see. I'm going to grab chosen sentiment, open it up. We might do some more circular platforms, but I kind of want to see what I can get out of this thing first. We'll add them, we won't start with them, just because they've been a pain in my ass this last couple of days. You have to separate every building, every platform section into its own object. It's kind of like, why am I doing this? This object. Again, make sure we turn off ground so it does not bring the entire ground and the entire scatter system. Copy objects. Back over here, collections, paste. Get it the hell out of my way. Take this and this link. Materials, sure, no, just, yeah, modifiers is fine. Now let's see. See, that worked right because it didn't have 1,000 weird things floating around. All right, and then that one, I'm gonna move this and this new collection to ground. And this, I'm gonna set our base terrain to ground. And that builds around that like that. That's cool. I'm just going to take this whole thing and move it out just well, actually, no, I'm not. I think what I'm going to do, this 5% causes a weirdness too. So the supports, I think, where is it? Is it supports? No, it's pillars. Base angle of 5, let's take it to 0. And that's going to make them vertical up and down. And now it won't do weird things. Cool. And I don't really care if they flare or not. Not really looking for that. That's a neat start. Okay. Let's turn it off in edit mode. E. 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 Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Getting just a fun, kind of a wonky, but fun structure going around that, like that I like. Let's keep going on it. And take this. Let's just move it over to here. E. And then 3, Shift D. And let's see. How weird is that going to be? Oh, weird, but fun. I like that. Great. And then tab again. 2E over to here. Clearly we're not worried about keeping it terribly square, but and then E and then how's that look? Stairs go off. We don't want the stairs to go off. Let's just take the whole thing. And over here like that. It's going to be even weirder now. But it's fun. It kind of looks like it just built up semi-randomly to get up there. Just fun. I like it. And we're not having weird problems because everything's quads. And 2 EZ V, yeah. And go to normal. In. Let's see, that gives us a ladder we like. Yes, it does. I need to move the whole thing. There we go. That's close enough to touching that we're going to call it good. And then let's do it again. Over here. Cool. V to split. That's a railing because it can't be absolutely straight up and down if we want it to be a ladder. And that should be a ladder now. Yeah. Great, great, great. 2 ladders going up. Clearly we need another one or 2. But we're getting there. Easy. It's actually kind of cool. 2 V. Let's see, I just want to make sure it's not a stair. No, well, actually, a stair is fine in that case. We can live with a stair. We can bring it over. Yeah, that looks good. I think the next one needs to be a ladder, though, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not exactly right, whatever. It's not right. Let's see if we can get it right. Or right-er. Right enough. Right enough works. Okay, so we can now follow our path all the way up from the ground to this top thing up there. And we've gone with square instead of septagonal or heptagonal, but I'll live. I think that's fine. Cool. And then I'm going to put something on the top up there. I don't know what this is. Empire of the Sand, something or other. Let's see. Funky. I like it. Looks like it could go there. Good deal. It does go there. Nice. I don't know what the heck it is. Doesn't really matter. Tab. Just going to grab these faces and make sure that it touches the ground everywhere. There you go. It does. Why do we have some kind of weird steampunky thing here? I don't know. Does it make any sense? God, no. Let's see. E. This material is new, and then it's going to be another new thing, and it's going to be balcony. Let's see if that works. Come on. Assign. Okay, yeah, now, see, now it doesn't have a underlying structure beneath it, which is what we wanted. And it kind of sticks out. It's kind of fun. Dig on that. What if instead of that, maybe that's smaller. So there's still some kind of techie thing up here. And off to the side. Cool. But instead we grab for append. Wasn't the oasis the canyon? Objects. Do I have something called a crystal? Or diamond? Gem. Probably gem, not Gemma 1. Well, we'll try it. Yep, gem it is. Gonna have to shrink it. There we go. Won't be using it for the same thing, but these guys are, like, it makes more sense to sort of tie it to that. I think there's just to put a random all transforms Z8. Let's see what that looks like. It's that fun material, crystal material we had before, and I like it. I want to play with it a little bit. I'm still tweaking these things. I don't want it to have, where am I? Crystal surface. alpha 0.9. Let's run through the layer weight. So it basically gets more transparent as it rotates around. But it's still a little too transparent. That's better. Yeah. And I don't necessarily want it to be orange this time. Although, you know, it is a yellow. We can go that. I think very subtle like that is what I want. Now let's see if we get rid of the alpha entirely. Does that matter? Doesn't really make a difference, does it? Not too much. Roughness. Just gonna make it a bit rougher. It doesn't really change. IOR 1.1. That makes it a lot. There we go. Rougher now. We take it down. Oh yeah, that's better. There we go. 1.01. And we're going to go object, shade flat. Make sure it's giving us the crystals. Okay. Interesting. Still working on it. Let's get rid of the volume for right now, so we're just looking at the outside. 1.1. That takes it to sharp. Kind of like it. I wonder. Okay, let's try something else. Curious. Layout. Do a weight paint on that bad boy. And tissue. Weight formula. NZ or RZ? Can't even remember which one it is. Let's look. RZ. And I want the other way around. So it's 1 minus RZ, right? Yeah. And we're going to call it height. Now, can I use that in the shading? I think I can. Shift A, search, attribute, height. So I'll go to object mode. Yeah, looks like I can. Cool. And let's have that go into the IOR, maybe? I'm gonna go Shift A, search, ramp. And we're gonna bring that. It's very even, it's not, okay. All right, let's try it. IOR is going to be Shift A, search, math, add 1 to that, and into IOR. It's a neat way to fill it up with whatever, but it's not quite gradient enough. It's not gradual enough. It's the best way to make it more gradual. search. Map range, right? Okay. From 0 to 1, three, five, and then 5. Oh, I'm just trying to get it to give me that. Kill the clamp? No. Let's see, 0.5, 0.2. That's better. That's working more like I wanted. 0.1, giving us a lot more. I don't think I need that. Okay. Yeah. That's definitely giving us better. And if we add 0.5, that gets wonky. No, 1. If we increase this, that gets foggier. Okay, there we go. That's the look we're looking for, I think. And bring our volume back in. Yeah. That's feeling cool. Okay. Now, we don't have any good edge stuff on here, which we might want. But the other thing I think is this is doubles, right? Yeah. L. Yeah. X. Faces. Let's try this. That might make a huge difference. It wasn't solid before. That doesn't make a huge difference, but do we like it solid better? Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. It's fine. Color. Does not need much, does it? All right. Get rid of that alpha thing. No, doesn't make a lot of difference. Now, I want to do the edge. Edge maps are a pain in my ass. But yeah, they're not that bad, actually. But let's do an edge map. We got time. Mesh. Plane. Not plane. Go to layout. Delete the. Come on. Save. Shift A, mesh, cube. That's shading, pen materials. And we're going to come here, and we can give it R flow, panel hard. Sure. And shading. Just so I didn't have to make my own. Edge. Edge mask. Huh. Here we go. See if I can't. Because it's that. Great. And then we want to take this. Great. That to there. I want the inverse of it though. So I guess just, yeah. Inverse. Invert color. Yes. This should be value. No. No. Math. This is going to be subtract. One minus value, right? And add that there. Let's see what that goes. Yes, there we go. So now we can see it's kind of giving us those edges again that we want. Now it feels more like a crystal and less like a blob. That's what we wanted. Hey, Michael. Good to see you, man. That's what we wanted. Probably a better way to get around my butt to do it, but I like it. And we can take this 0.03 and we can see what happens. We go up higher. We're still getting it. 1. Cool. I think that's good. Great. We're going to get rid of these stupid glowing stairs. Put that over in layout. Okay, steps. Steel. Bye-bye. There you go. Cool. Save. So we're getting stuff in. That might be a little too now. I keep, you know. Let's see, can we add 0.5? Which way do I want to go? Or 1.5? Let's try without the, I don't think it's really making a difference for the volume. No, it's not. Let's just keep it simple. I want it to be a little bit more translucent. So that just means Shift-A, search, map range. Sometimes you just want to play with it and see what it does, and this is a great way to do that. So minimum of 1, maximum of kind of want to reverse it though, right? Minimum of 1, maximum of 0. No. Other way around. 0, 1. Maximum of 1, minimum of 4. 2. It does anything. I want it to be rougher on those sections, not less rough. Or not rough, but if we just mute this thing. Doesn't really do a lot, does it, one way or another? Come on. It's not edge mask. If we just use that, all of this, let's just use the edge mask as IOR, see what that gives us. Whoa. Okay, no. No, that's not what we want. I will get this to work. If we just use that as IOR. I want it the other way around. I want it to straight invert. Why is my invert not working? Invert color. Because that should work. Go away. Go back to this one. It's kind of what we want, but let's try and invert after that. Because it's basically right. Oh, well. Maybe I'll just let it go, but I was trying to get it the other way. Just my understanding of the IOR is not great. That's the biggest problem. It's not this one. I'm going to try one more time, just because I don't like not getting it right. Okay, IOR. So that is coming from our height. So our IOR adds 1 plus the map range value. It doesn't even really need an edge mask. It's kind of working. Right. Let's just try. That again. Doesn't matter, but let's just see. Min 0.8 max. Oh, come on. Max 0.35. Does it change it? No. That should do it. 0.35 max 0.8 invert 1. No. I freaking hate you. Come on. Whatever. Fun with shaders. What's our roughness looking like? Let's get rid of that. Maybe that's a better way to do it too. No, just undo the 1. Go away. And this into roughness. That maybe we invert. Okay. That invert is not working. Okay. This should work. All right. Okay, that makes no sense. That feels like there's a bug. Because that should flip, people. And it is not in any way. All right. In the meantime, we're gonna go with we're gonna basically leave it because I can't figure out what the hell's going on right now. We'll get to it. IOR. No, thanks. I hate it. Thank you. I hate it. We're just going back to this. We liked it better in the long run. Kill saturation down a bit more. All right, there we go. All that for a bullshit crystal that didn't work. Well, I will fight with it later, I think. Never let it be said that everything goes easy for me, because it sure don't. All that, I'm just going to nuke the whole damn thing, I think. Yep, I think I am. I might make it... Yeah, pretty much, right? That's all right. I mean, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Value 0.1. That's got potential. All right. We'll leave that. That's close enough. I can live with it. It's fine. I spent 20 minutes doinking with a crystal shader that did nothing. Grumble. Okay. I do think I am going to link materials. Cool. Yeah, we're going to do that. That'll work. We could now. See, this is what I do. Let's go back and change this. One little thing on it. See, I'm like, we could, but we're not going to mess with that part. But now having done that, let's come here and our emission strength. brighter. And our ramp. Okay, let's do a ramp then, and maybe not our strength. 2. That's kind of neater. Scale of 5. Okay, there we go. That's looking all right. I like the little glowy inside of it now. Emission color. Yes, okay. That I actually like. Good. Let's get rid of this stupid cube. Okay. Now. We want rocks. I don't think we actually want plants this time, but we do want rocks. Let's bring another stupid cube in. Come to geoscatter. Select our stupid cube. Biome scatter. Open the biomes. And grab try biome 3. Cool. Then turn off collection. Well, let's make sure we don't have anything in there I want. I do. Move all of those things to scene collection. We can actually just get rid of this now, but the other ones, yes. And now should be able to kill collection. Yeah, not doing anything with it. Scene collection. Okay. Geoscatter off. Geoscatter select. Biome 3. And we got it. And it's going to tell us. Oh. I do, however, have to select the right object. It's been one of those days, man. All right. Now, biome 3. This is what happens when I don't have hot water at my house. Grumble. Okay. Now we can get rid of the grass entirely, right? Yes, I think we're just going to nuke it this time. And rocks. We're going to set a abiotic slope of 18 this time with a transition of 5. Because I don't know. Different. Rock 2. Slope 15 with a transition of 5. And let's start with rock 1. And I think we want less of them. We had too many before. Oh yeah. 1, 2. Turn it on. And turn on geoscatter. That's too many rocks in our desert area. So we're going to go with elevation, altitude, We're going to have a max of 50. Should even go higher than that, maybe 100. And a minimum of 5. With a transition of 5. 10. There we go. A little bit going into the desert, but not much. Going up the mountains, yes. Let's do the same for rock 2. Elevation. Altitude. Minimum of 5. The transition of 15. And a maximum of 100. It does surprisingly help, yeah. Okay, so that's too much down into that. Minimum of 10. 8. 5. Transition 10. Okay. Wanted a bit more than the other ones, but that's fine. That's working for me, I think. Then this bad boy, I'm going to move to its own group. Or, yeah, can't, can I? How do I want to do that? Shift D. M, new collection. We're going to call it attractors. We're not repulsing this time, we're attracting. And I should be able to turn it off and have it still work. Okay, geoscatter. Big rocks. Let's just turn off geoscatters right now. Big rocks. Copy. Paste systems. Great. No elevation change. No slope change. Proximity, repel. Attractors. Reverse it. Hot water is amazing. Yes. Ours went out yesterday at 7 a.m. So, you know. 3. Try about that. See if that works. Turn it on. Geoscatter on. Let's just turn this one off then entirely. Make sure we're getting... Okay, so we are getting some. Good. So we just need to increase the times around. Transition of 0. I want to up right up against it. Which may be the best way to do that. Is S Shift Z. No. Where's my object? Object, set origin to geometry. Scale. A, rotation, scale. And times. That's pretty close. I just wanted it to be right on, though. That's because it's right on there. just off there. Seed. You know what? I'm going to do a better way than this. This is annoying. Turn it off, and I'm trying to be stupid. Delete that hierarchy. Ground tab. Because I don't care if it goes under this one this time. So I can just do this, there, all that. Right? Yeah, let's go. We can go a little bit more here too. I can even do that. Great. Okay, and then we're going to make that a vertex group. And instead of doing a near, we're just going to do a culling mask, vertex group, only there. On. Still it's not going into my. Pattern. Fuck you. No pattern. There we go. Now it does it. So we have too many now, but your weird masks I don't want. Yes. And then random. Better. All that just to get some stuff there. Cool. Perfect. What we wanted. And all of those rocks, I do not like their colors. So we're going to go grab them in Geoscatter. And I got to import or instances. Yes. Rock 1, 1. Okay. And we're going to give it rock. We're going to give it red desert rock. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Control link, materials. Great. And what about these? They're all good too. Yep, already been done. So all those are now, should be yes. Much better. Like it. I think that's good. I don't change materials on Geoscatter objects a lot, and I probably should more. But definitely that works. And all that is just to get this freaking little scene here anyway. And this kid, does he have any color on? Yeah, green. On the tab, I want to make plus, 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 plus. Assign, also green. Cool. And then we just want to add a little bit of stuff here around him. But we're almost done. Where do we want to get that stuff from? What's a good material? Put a little engine here. So maybe a big engine, but let's shrink it down. Let's turn off geoscatter for right now. Get that out of my way. Okay, and then solo it, tab it, 3. Grab those faces and E down. Now, good deal. This can be our scene. All this. There, Alexa. Anamorphic cook. We'll leave it at 50, but we're going to go wider, obviously. Like that. And then we're going to focus on, I think, his head. And then we're going to grab an HDR real quick. Import HDR images. Fine, we'll keep using 70. Fine. But it's going to be daytime. I know it's kind of not super cloudy. Yeah. Let's go with 1462. Okay. There we go. And Z8. Wow, that's interesting. Not, I mean, it's very harsh. We could make it a little less harsh. See how we feel about it. We should do that anyway. I like it's. I mean, it's kind of cool. Kid's got to move. That's not right. He's just tangenting too bad there. But the other stuff. Let's bring the kid here. As if now he may be floating in air. Yeah. Let's say G7. G to there. That might be all right. Let's go to local. Let's see if we can figure out where we want him. He's going to have stuff sticking out of him pretty much no matter where we put him. So it's going to be about lighting then. That's all right. That looks okay. That does look okay. I like it. I want a little something like right there, like a cable maybe. Let's just look in the kit ops packs, which I don't use that often, but there are cables. And I know I have some roundup cables there. Coiled cable, yes. Add insert. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? way over there. Okay, it's because this isn't a real object yet, and it never will be, so it's fine. Set origin to 3D cursor. Geometry to origin. Scale it way down. Dot. Maybe to there. Just want a little something, something. Yep, that works for me. As dumb as it is, just having that there really helps for me. And we set our camera already, right? Or our focus? Yes, we did. Cool. I mean, I think that's actually working for what I want. I really like the way the feelers are coming in like this here and then going that way. It kind of draws the eye. I like this whole dude in general. I find him very fun. Let's turn back on geoscatter, even though we can't see anything here. There'll be other shots where we do. We might actually see some rocks. Yeah, we do see some rocks. See? Great. All right, folks. Well, I think we're going to call that today. Again, quite a simple scene for layout, but we did a bunch, and I wasted a whole shitload of time working on a crystal that I will show at some point on this scene. I just wanted to do it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. And I will be back again tomorrow, same time. And I hope to see you then. In the meantime, have a great rest of your day, everybody, and take care. Okay, later.